well. Merry Easter. I hate this camera. It always autofocuses. This is supposed to be the latest and greatest phone for YouTube. But when you have it facing you, it just autofocuses out. I can't wait to get me something else. This is ridiculous. $1,500. Not an iPhone. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Happy Easter. Merry Easter. He has risen from the dead, someone has said. This is the celebration for Christians. The seminal, most important thing in Christianity was the proof that Christ the Savior was sent to earth by the Heavenly Father, and he was real. And that was proven not only by his many works, but by the fact that on the third day, after being crucified for the sins of mankind, he rose and ascended into heaven as a body in human form. And so that's this day for Christmas. And it was also Passover, and you know, a whole bunch of folks have celebrations, and pagans have celebrations right now. A whole bunch of religions are having celebrations, but today is the Easter celebration for the Christians. So, really good thing. And for me, it's just business as usual. I'm trying to get skinny so I can be around to enjoy some more of these. We got Tia with us today.
Hello, happy Easter.
I didn't ask you to talk on my phone. When you talking to my people?
Well, when you introduced me,
I didn't introduce you.
Okay, next
You were
time
silent
I'll just be
introduction.
quiet. Yeah.
Talking to my people. So we're walking down the street. We're supposed to be on top of Stone Mountain, walking up there, but somebody got in bed late. So here we are, just walking down a regular street. So anyway, thought I would have a conversation with you guys this morning. Oh yeah, very much. Thought I'd have a conversation with you guys this morning if you wanted to talk about anything in particular, or just spend a few minutes saying Happy Easter. I hate it when you leave the house with a sweater on
And it's hot.
and it's actually hot.
Wait.
Oh. Braveheart's busy. No, honey, we don't. We're not really technically in that front yard. That's where we don't have to pick it up.
Oh, that's so rude.
It's not rude. This is owned by the city. This is the street park. That's their front yard. Okay. So, as long as you're on the street part, it's city.
I can't believe you.
It's the truth. If he comes out here and he wants some trouble, then I'll have you pick it up. But,
It's actually vacant.
oh, is that vacant? Oh, well, next time we'll go in the front yard. Happy Easter, everyone. Good morning. Looks like we have some friends with us.
This is a
Christo,
rebel.
I'm not a rebel. I'm a biker.
A
Not a
rebel
choir
without
boy.
a cause.
I'm not a rebel without a cause. I'm a biker. She is mad at me because I wouldn't curb after the dog. So, gee, it's been a fun start to the riding season. I just rode 1,000 miles in one day, then turned around and rode 1,000 miles back. So, in 72 hours, in less than 3 days. I rode on a Friday, came back in on Sunday. So I rode 2,000 miles. What on earth is this? Did that break off? Wow. That could have killed someone. So in basically in 72 hours, we rode.
That whole tree is gonna fall.
Yeah, that whole tree. Gone. 72 hours, we rode 2,000. Not 72 hours, about 48 hours. We rode 2,000 miles in 48 hours. It was a complete blast. Had a wonderful time at it, and you know, it's important to me because I just turned 56. You guys know that. And yeah, you ask yourself these. Oh, Tia, someone said happy birthday to you. I mean, happy Easter to you.
Oh, happy Easter.
They can't hear you. You gotta come over here and say it.
Happy Easter.
Can you look in the camera?
I'm shy.
Oh.
Happy Easter. I said it 4 times.
Yeah, but you didn't look in the camera.
You told me not to.
Well, I did. I was just kidding.
I was about to say.
Well, you don't do like you're told. Other women do what they're told to do. I'm just telling you. Other biker babes, they don't talk. You get all.
They don't talk back.
No.
Oh, those are some bad chicks.
They don't talk back.
They talk back.
They do exactly what they're told to do. I'm telling you, you got easy as a biker babe. You have to pull your biker babe card. Someone said they hope you're enjoying the day. I bet that few that didn't have the proper gear for where I have it now. Oh my God, let me tell you something. There's nothing worse than not taking the proper gear. I froze my bejinkers off. Man, it was hot. It was hot when I left here. I got caught on the rookie mistake. It was hot when I left Georgia, about 80 degrees. I got out of Georgia. On that road, it got dark. The rain hit. It dropped the temperature by 30 degrees. It was now 45. Oh, and I only had 2 layers of clothes. And I didn't bring my big rain suit. Man, I didn't bring my heated stuff. Just one heated vest. It would have chilled everything out. Everything would have been cool. But oh no, I had to roll out like Proby Bufu the Fool. And it was ridiculous. I was sitting on that motorcycle just trembling. But I had my heated seat and my heated hand grips. And that's the beautiful thing about Victories and Indians. The Vision Premium Tour, that heated seat comes standard. So, wasn't for that heated seat, I would have froze to death. Good morning, Black Dragon and Tia. Going to the clubhouse for Easter dinner with the brothers and sisters later. Ah, yeah. We normally do that for Thanksgiving dinner and Christmas dinner. We've never done that for Easter. Maybe we should do that for Easter dinner. It's always cool having this. You might take extra clothes. It ran the last 2 days here. It was warm and sunny. So here's the rule on a motorcycle. Always have more than you need. You can always put it on the back of the bike. But if you ain't got it, it's hard to materialize it. And you can never find a Walmart when you need it. And they never have what you need anyway. You know, it's always some BS. So it was a fun ride for me. I had a blast. But, somebody said, hello, mama. That was the Rock Drifter. You guys should go to her page. She's got so many. Listen here, this is ridiculous. Tia gets calls from all over the world on her Facebook page. We'll be laying in the bed. Some dude from Saudi Arabia calls with his balls in the air.
Oh, wow.
Tia won't even answer. I said, let me see. I'll turn the phone on, nothing but balls. Well, hello to you too. You're someone I'd want to start a relationship with. We just get to see your balls straight out. What's wrong with these people? And then you guys know you don't get to do that in your country. What are you doing? I had to call the czar on your ass. The Ayatollah Khomeini or somebody. Say, hey, Sheikh Mohammed's over there showing his nuts. Y'all need to take him out and execute his ass. We know that's how y'all get down with that Sharia law over there. Okay, everybody, I'm just being facetious right now. I'm not being serious. But it's amazing. Like these dudes, how are you? My queen. Hey, you don't see this man's face right here? You weren't looking, you were so busy showing your balls. A guy answered this. I just wanted to say I love you. So she's on her page over there, Tia. What is your page? Tia Tamara Purdue. I don't go to her page. I'd be pissed off all the time. Cats have no respect. She'll put up a page of me and her, a picture of me and her riding a motorcycle or something, embraced. Cats are still, I love you. Like I don't even exist. Forget that old bastard. We'll kick his ass. This was about Easter, but I'm just so mad at your Facebook page. Like, she's such like a much bigger star than I am. All she has to do is, man, put one post up. 50,000 likes. I'm with you, sister. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Like I was photoshopped out of the picture. They wouldn't care if we were kissing. It would still be, I love you. I want to make love to you. Guys offering to pay. Hey, listen. I'm a broke ass because my competition is so great. She's got guys offering to pay for her, and she does this to me too. You don't like what you have? She'll hold up the damn phone. You can be replaced. I can be replaced. You don't like what you have? You don't know about Tia. She starts speaking of herself in the third person. You better get to know you some Tia. I think I know your ass just fine. Don't nobody, hey, once they pay some of these bills, they're gonna be done. Oh, but anyway. Good morning, Black Dragon. Happy Easter. You had too much fun on that ride. Watched you for a couple hours maybe. Have a good day and don't take any wooden eggs. Uncaged rider. Oh my goodness. That ride was so excellent. It cleared out my physical pipes, my mental pipes, my spiritual pipes. I felt like Rin Tin Tin. Even my dog loves Tia more than me. It's ridiculous. He just ran me off the sidewalk so he can walk next to her. Let's see. Good morning. Tim Cullen. Hey, brother. Happy Easter to you. Hey, what's up, Black Sabbath? My Black Sabbath president of the Atlanta chapter, Tim Cullen. We call him Strictly Business. And I recruited Strictly Business to the Black Sabbath when he was just a prospect. This guy ran the pack from his first hour as a hang-around. we took him and we showed him how to run the pack, how to ride with us. He got to ride with us as a hang-around. Nobody gets to do that. He got to ride with us as a hang-around. Next thing I know, this guy is leading the pack. I said, okay. And he was good. He was competent. It only took him 15, 20 minutes. I was like, man, that guy's going to be something. Now, He's the president of the Atlanta chapter. And one of we've only had 4 Caucasian presidents. So if anybody's going to be a national president, it might be Strictly. Strictly business, they called him. Because, of course, Strictly don't mess around. So he's been president now for maybe, 4 or 6 months. And the Atlanta chapter is prospering. So I think it's amazing, to watch this transformation in the Black Sabbath. We are truly becoming an international club, truly becoming what the forefathers really envisioned, where nothing matters in this club in terms of race, caste, class, ilk, color, financial situation, religious occupation, whatever the case. We just don't care. And we're looking at cats rolling up. We now have we have now whole clubs, whole chapters with nothing but crazy ass white boys in them. Chapters of Asian cats. We got chapters of Hispanic cats. It's crazy, man. So we're just having a blast in this motorcycle club nation. So it's good to see the prayers on. And she's right. Be careful, Macho Man, Black Dragon, Savage. Treat her right, or else sheiks with Lamborghinis will take. Holy! You don't care about a Lamborghini, do you? Tell him, honey. No sheik with a Lamborghini will take you away from me, huh? I don't like that. You're not being adamant enough right now. Can I get some more adamancy?
Not a car.
Not a car! Not a car, she said! What a bank account full of money, she didn't say. But anyway. Strictly Business said he had a good teacher. Bro, you guys let me. Everything that we accomplished, we accomplished together. We had a blast. I remember back in the old days, I used to take all the prospects to the mountains and teach them how to ride 2x2 when I was president. When me and Strictly went into the mountains learning how to ride 2x2, we wound up just rolling through the mountains, just killing it, man. Strictly's always been a great ride. Another thing about Strictly, whereas I'll break down and get in the car on y'all's ass. I'll get in the car in a heartbeat. Strictly has never ridden to a motorcycle function in a car in his whole 6-7 years in the club. Never, not one time. He'll cuss your ass out in a heartbeat. I'm not riding in a car to that. Strictly is snorting or something. I'm not riding in a car to that. Strictly, it's minus 18. I don't care, I'm not riding in a car. Strictly, there's 2 inches of ice on the road. I'll ride with both feet on the ground, but I'm not taking a car. And you want that for a president, right? Unless you have to ride behind his ass. Pac-Man here. Pac-Man here at East Bay. All right. Pac-Man here at East Bay Dragon. Woke up missing the old days of going to bike lessons in San Jose. Went for about 27 years. My, how the MC world changes. Man, let me tell you something about those East Bay Dragons. Man, when I was a young prospect coming up in San Diego, see, the East Bay Dragons had Harley Davidsons before they were popular on the Black Set. We didn't ride that crap. We rode race bikes, man. You saw my movie Biker Boys. We rode race bikes. We got down. But there was these cats up on oh my goodness, what was that street up there? East 114th, was it? Oh my God, that was 30 years ago. I think it was east 114th Street or East 14th Street, up there in Oakland. They had this compound. It wasn't even a clubhouse. It was a compound. Took up the corner of the road. These cats would block off a whole city block for the party. It was Memorial Day or one of those summer holidays. And we would go there to this run. And they had the whole block, these East Bay Dragons. And I was just, remember I was just a prospect the first few times I went. And oh my gosh, they had kids, children, barbecue, food, all kinds of slow motors. It's the first time I ever went to a slow motion motorcycle race. But these East Bay Dragons, these cats had Harleys way before the rest of the set got them. And they were the baddest Harleys you ever did see. They were like a cut above. They were different. Our clubhouse was really cool. We had the only clubhouse in San Diego. We had the biggest, baddest clubhouse in San Diego. No other motorcycle club had a clubhouse. If you wanted to go to a motorcycle clubhouse, you had to go to the Black Sabbath. So we thought we were something until we went up to these guys' clubhouse. These guys' clubhouse, it looked like something out of it really looked like the Sons of Anarchy clubhouse. It was bad. And I really appreciated all my time hanging out with those guys. They would throw a party in the park. Thousands of motorcycles would come. So when he says missing those days, man, that was when motorcycling was so cool. There were no shootouts. There was none of that. We just had a blast, man. Chasing women, chasing the social clubs. That's all it was. Partying, fun, riding motorcycles hardcore. And I stole something from one of those East Bay Dragon guys. When he used to ride his motorcycle, he'd shift gears, he'd kick his leg way up in the air. Way up in the air. He'd shift and kick his leg, and it's just this I started, you might see me shift my victory like that to this day. Because it was cool. Those guys were fucking cool. Excuse my language. Black Dragon, you think your club is living its golden day years? No! We lived our golden day years. Our club died once. Got down to 11 members nationwide. And we were living those glory days, the golden days then. And then we, in 2010, we revived and blew back up again. We got young guys. We got 18-year-old cats, 20-year-old cats. So we have new blood. And it's interesting because the average age of a motorcycle rider today is 51 years old. That's the average age. So motorcycling is dying. Harley Davidson is finding that out. So you have to be able to recruit the young guys and give them the reins and the knowledge and the education and the passion for this lifestyle. And Black Sabbath is successfully doing that. But we're competing against huge young clubs like Second to None that are just exploding because they're full of young guys and they have that young passion. So an old motorcycle club, and I never thought of myself as old till here recently, like, wow, I'm old. I don't feel old, but I'm old. And so the key is, can you bring in young writers and then passionate? And we got guys, we got soldiers and Marines, and we're going after the kind of guys that excel in a structure like soldiers and Marines and sailors and airmen and linemen and people that are in the kinds of jobs that they're used to structure and camaraderie. They're used to doing things repetitively, doing them well to get good outcomes, like plumbers and we have professional folks too. We have lawyers and doctors and things like that, but we're really reaching to get men of superior attitude and quality, and as young men, and we're getting them. So I would say we're not living our golden days, we're living our best days, and we have a bright future in front of us. The only problem with bringing all those young cats on is you got to deal with their ideas, and these young guys come with new ideas and new unconventional kind of ways of doing things. And then of course we have a lot of millennials who there's always, older generation always thinks that does stuff better. So we have to be open to their ideas of doing things. One of the things that a lot of older motorcycle clubs miss out on is the way young people communicate. This is the way young people communicate these days. That's the bottom line. So you have to get your social media game. Wow. That cat pulled that wheelie, came around that car on the back tire across the double yellow line. I used to do crazy stuff. Let's see. The diversity in your club is great for the community. I think we are one of the few national MCs that is truly diverse. There's not many like us. I'm proud of that. Hey, somebody said hi, Black Dragon and Tia. That was someone named Proby. John Green. Black Dragon, can you do a video on how to start other chapters? We are a club that would eventually like to expand. How would we go about finding people in other states to start national chapters? I sure can. I've been meaning to do a video. I've started a new video series called Top 5 Things You Should Know. And one of my first videos in that is called, and I'm doing this based off of emails that I'm getting from you guys. And I want to cover some of these things in 5-minute segments. And you can't learn a lot in 5 minutes, but you can get some good pointers. And one of the problems the guy was having was he was saying that his club had placed him as a nomad in another state. And he was getting some issues from the 1% motorcycle club in that state. And there's a lot clubs need to know about expanding chapters. And a lot of clubs think, well, we're not in New Jersey. I'll just put a new nomad in New Jersey, and he can wear the colors and get them seen, and we can start recruiting. And I wish it were as simple as that. It should be, but it's not. Don't let him pee on that grave marker, honey. Don't pull him. No, for some reason he always wants to pee on these people's grave marker, and we're not doing that. So and he knows when he's walking with me, he won't get away with that. He's a very wily dog, that Jack Russell Terrier. He was gonna try to piss on the grave marker because he knew she was walking. But anyway, unfortunately, it's not as simple as that. And there are some things you have to know. And so I was like, I probably need to make some videos so these guys don't run into this kind of trouble. So it all comes part and parcel with starting chapters nationwide and how you have to go about that. We've been very successful at it, but it has not been easy. I promise you, it's not easy. There is a lot of finesse and protocol and relationships that you have to have, relationship building that you have to do to put chapters in people's areas across the country. Nobody wants to see a new motorcycle club come in. That's just the way it is. Huh? You want to turn around? No, we're gonna do 7 miles. What? We're almost halfway there. So let me see. What was I going to say? So you have to. Yeah, it's kind of tricky, but it can be done. I mean, it's not rocket science. We did it. Anybody can. But as with everything in the world, there is an easy way, and then there is a hard way. So how you want to do things is up to you. So yes, John Green, look for my first top 5 video, which is going to be on spreading nomad chapters, and then we're going to do a whole bunch of top 5s. And then I have a book coming out about how to spread national chapters. Man, maybe this summer. I'm like 6 books behind right now. When you're with the Flintstones, have a yabba dabba doo time. A yabba doo time. We'll have a gay old time. You're old if you just put that up. Your butt is old. Okay, I wouldn't do that anymore if I were you. Who wrote that? Crown Prince, yabba dabba doo. Oh, I see. Well, I'm about to go ride and set up an Easter egg hunt for the children of our community. Our club is hosting it. Honor and respect Black Dragon, Tia, and Braveheart. Honor and respect LaRock. You've probably gone already. And Swirly, 53 viewers and only 14 likes. Yeah, come on, guys. Give me some likes. Man, need to make sure those sheiks got enough cash for both of you. Package deal. I know that's right. Happy Easter from Merlin, and I'm sure Mama Ro. Hey, hey, little guy. Helene Worthen. Good to see you, man. Woman. Good to see you, lady. Hit the like button, people. Yes, hit the like button. Happy Easter from Fatso Watt, Skid of Skid Old School in England. Kyle Wilkinson, Harley Davidson is the only way to go. What's up, Black Dragon, P4 and GP1, Topeka. Hey, Topeka. Man, it's good to see my people online. It's like a future. You want your own kids to be online. Black Dragon, do a video only about clubhouse organizations, cleaning, security, parties, and stuff. Yes, so, and if you want to read about that, buy my book, Sergeant at Arms Bible. As the Sergeant at Arms sets up and runs all of that in the motorcycle clubhouse. That's all his responsibility. So, I can definitely do some videos on it. But if you wanna read about that, I've covered it in great detail in the book, The Sergeant at Arms Bible. So we must have a lot of pollen out here today. Yeah. Excuse me, people. Satia's looking at me like I would be looking at this woman. I'm not looking at this woman. I see her jog past me all the time. I'm not looking. Why are you looking back here? I'm not looking at that woman. I know I can look, baby, because I'm a biker, not a choir boy. But there's only one ass I'm ever looking at. I'm not looking, huh?
It's okay, you can look.
But I'm not looking.
But God gave you eyes to see.
God didn't give me eyes to see other women. I only have eyes for you.
That is so...
I said what? What?
It's so silly. Oh, God.
I was not looking at that woman. I don't know what they were looking at. That's on them, honey. Hey, let's see. Hey, look. Black Dragon can you kick a leg up and not... Black Dragon can kick a leg up and not fall down. I can kick a 9-foot tall sign.
Oh, gosh. Don't do that. You're going to be sorry for tonight.
I can...
Don't let nobody make a fool out of you.
I can kick a 9-foot... What's that sign at? I can kick a 9-foot tall sign. People. Okay, let's see. I'm running. Wallow in the past does not promote a good life. Keep transfusing that blood. Oh, I'm back. I'm behind you guys, though. Which is why you have to shift the way you think. Happy Thanksgiving, Easter, Black Dragon. Thanksgiving, Easter. Yeah. Change brings change. It does. Okay, I'm about 10 minutes behind you guys. Let me try to catch up. If you guys wrote me a question, write it again. I'm trying to catch up. Okay. Oh, here we go. He was looking at the dog. Here we go again. Yeah, I can't get no respect. Someone says I'm the... Baby, we still walking?
Yeah, the dog is enjoying nature.
Yeah, we got, man, we don't have any steps, huh? Let's see, we only got 3,400 steps, so...
The dog is just exploring nature. So we have to pause.
There was a time when it was all you could do was walk and talk. You've come a long way. You remember that. You remember that. Auntie Squirrely has been watching for a long, long time. And she does remember the time when walking like this. You guys go back a couple of years in my videos. You go back even a year ago. Keep out that street. You know better. So yeah, I've been truly blessed to. Well, you guys were with me through the surgeries, through the gout attacks, through the heart surgeries. I tried to have this camera on this stick through the whole thing. And the thing I would say is you just got to keep pushing. And you got to keep struggling for more, for a better life, to deal with what God gives you. I got a guy I'll be introducing to you guys on Think Tactical, my prepper website. His name is Master Roy. He is a 3rd or 4th degree black belt in a wheelchair. Teaches karate to able-bodied people. He's absolutely amazing. He was on the U.S. Olympic, Paralympic fencing team. This man is a walking, rolling James Bond. He's bad to the bone. And he's at the karate center down the street, and he's going to become one of our principal speakers in Think Tactical. And the coolest thing about him is, you know, he's taken what he has and he's doing big stuff with it. He's not allowing the wheelchair to hold him back. So you can't let nothing hold you back, I guess is the moral to that. The younger bloods need to listen to the OGs and respect them. And the OGs need to earn that respect. You see, I don't know all of Aunt Squirrely's background, but she seems to me to have once traveled with one percenters, the way she talks. And she's very astute to the motorcycle club world. Oh my God, look at that horse. That's not a dog, that's a effing horse. She's very astute to the biker world, and you can't get nothing past her. And she's right. I mean, we need to listen to the OGs. The OGs need to earn that respect all day long. Merlin, if you send me a text message, I can't read the text message, bro. And you got to send that text message again. It flashed by quickly. Ironhead, blessed to have Black Dragon as a friend and a mentor. A lot of us. Nothing but love. Nothing but love to you and Lady Ironhead, and nothing but thanks for, you know, Lady Ironhead, Papa, Merlin, Mama Ro, Auntie, Squirrely. These are folks that have been with this channel through the best and the worst of times. Through the Chuck Gines wars. They've through the what was his name? Big Pete attacks. When the channel was fledgling, they've watched the fella and been with me, and more importantly, they've been supporters, and they've also been folks that have given me all kinds of guidance. We know who's going to massage that thigh, right? And that knee now. Yeah, of course, a young man. Mr. Free said a young man showing off for his girl. No, she's like, she knows what my knees are going to be like tonight because of that. She has to rub them for hours. So, Aunt Squirrely said now he's limping. See, women don't go for all that showing off and stuff. Women are like, just walk down the street, man. I hate it when people like ring me back to back, like I'm on the phone. Challenge accepted. Already, paramedics are calling, wanting to know if the guy is alive. So it's taken me a while to work back to that. Taken me a while to work back to being able to do that. I was never a stretcher, Merlin. That's not anything I ever did. So I wasn't a stretcher then and not a stretcher now. That was the stretch. You need your walking stick. I got my walking stick right there. Because on the way back from this walk, I ain't going to be walking without it. I promise you. When we turn around and go back, I will be on my stick. Let's see. That is impressive. I can't do that. Yes, you can. We can all do that. You just have to work. When I was a young man, I could stand up, pop, 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 pop. There's a sign in front of the Black Sabbath Clubhouse, 4280 Market Street, San Diego. It was 9 feet tall. And I used to just stand there, pop, 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 and then do spinning, jumping back kicks, one right after the other. So now I'm just lucky to get my leg up there. I never foresaw a time when I wouldn't be able to do that. I guess you just get old. But let's see. What else? What other questions that you guys have for me today? Poor Tia, looking like I'm not with this guy. Ironhead said you're looking like I'm not with this guy.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm just.
Oh, she's with me.
Dog. He's so silly.
Reggie, thanks for the info. When you ride cross country, do you fill up at a certain point or do you ride from tank to tank? I fill up at a quarter tank. But here's the deal. You have to get on the right schedule. I like Love's truck stops. When in my RV, I like Pilots. Pilots and what's that other one? Flying J's. Pilots and Flying J's, I think, are owned by the same company. And Pilots and Flying J's have support for RVs. Love's are great stops to me for motorcycles. And I only stop at truck stops. They're called travel plazas now. And that's because the people that are there are travelers. You don't have as many local cops looking to start crap like if you pull into Joe's convenience store. And we wear colors. So since we have colors on our back, we're looking for as few hiccups as possible. So I like to stay with a national chain. It's got the kinds of services that will see my credit card. My banking institution has become aware of the fact that I'm traveling and I'm going to Love's. I tell you, it's very interesting. Banking is now starting to get intuitive programs. It used to be whenever I started traveling, it would cut off my card or call me and say, "Is this you?" And if you're on your motorcycle, you don't get that call and you don't notice your text message, you get your card cut off. And if you're not traveling with cash, which you need to do, you need to have $200-300 cash on you. Most of us are very secure riding around with our cards. But if you get your card cut off on the road, and like we ride 24-hour rides, so it's raining and it's snowing, snow sleeting, your card gets cut off, and so now you're done till tomorrow morning. Unless it's a weekend, you're done till Monday morning, and you don't have enough money to get a hotel room. But cards are becoming intuitive. They learn your habits. So my card learned that every now and then I'd get on a motorcycle and just take off and and I'm only hitting loves, after a while they stopped calling me about that, because it became, they did their profile on me and they figured out, okay, this guy hits a bunch of loves. But if I hit a bunch of Texacos or something else, that card will call me like, hey, this ain't your normal pattern. The other thing is loves are about 100, about 110 miles apart. So I can do 2 loves to a fill up. So I try to go every quarter of tank until I hit my loves rotation. Then I can go every 2 loves. And that's typically how I fill up. When I pull in, if I'm gas and going, and gas and go is how you move across country fast. I don't like that kind of riding. I prefer the desert rats way of sleeping out in the wild and taking your time and taking your backpack. That's real biking. And although I really can't stand the desert rat, he does have that ability and time to do that, and it's the most beautiful kind of riding. Well, when you ride for a motorcycle club that has chapters all over the country, it's more, your riding is less pleasurable and more political, especially when you become a national sergeant at arms or regional president or regional road captain or national VP or something like that. Your riding is now become professional, it's become business. You're riding on club business. And you get to the point that you get 10, 15, 20, 30 clubs, 40 clubs. It starts getting like that. Now you're rolling all summer long and you don't seem to have time to ride. Now you're rolling to make a statement. I'm the National Sergeant at Arms and I ride everywhere, but you don't get to see anything. And a lot of times you're riding from destination to destination. You got to get somewhere and do something political, and the fun of riding goes away. But you're moving, and so gas and goes become a very important thing. So when I'm moving on MC business and I'm not riding for fun, and I'm gas and going, I hit that store, and I don't get off my bike for 4 loves. So I'm riding 400 miles. I get about 220 to 240 a tank, depending. Now, if I'm in the triple digits, then that's when we roll out. That's when I'm really rolling, and so now we're about 210 a tank, off of the 220, 230, 240. When you're rolling in the triple digits, now you got exactly 2 loves. And you're sucking that tank, man. You're sucking it. And so you pull in, you pull up to the gas tank, you gas, no stop should be longer than about 8 minutes. You pull in, you gas, and you roll. Pull in, you gas, and you roll. And you can stop for 4 loves later. And the max that stop can be is 15 minutes. And that's how you pull time running across the country. No stop is greater than 15 minutes. You can do a 1,000-mile ride in 12 hours. Whereas it looks like it should only take 14, you can roll 1,000 miles in 12 hours if you're rolling like that. So that's how I do that. My gas stops. Let's see. When I was young, I could put my elbow in the rim. Now at 52, I can barely touch the rim. When you're showing the clubhouse to your friends, and that's the kicking sign. It used to be. Now we just look up at the sign and talk about. When I got up to 400 and some pounds, I couldn't kick it at all. Have you ever heard of Ron Wilkerson? That's one of my senseis. When I have heard of Ron Wilkerson when I studied Shaolin Kung Fu. I miss it sometimes, but I'll never forget it. When we were in our 20s, we had no idea we would be in our 50s. Jeff, come back in 20 years, and we'll talk about that. I'd love to, Aunt. I don't see it. I don't see it making it to 70. Neither did I, but here I am. Have a good one, Merlin at church. Just want to say good morning. Good morning, Lamar Harris. At Love's right now. Looking good and getting skinny. Yeah, Love's is a great place to go. Let's see. You think the MC set is getting more or less violent from the beginning of the 2000s to now? Oh, it's absolutely more violent. Not that there haven't been some violent episodes on the set way before, like people blowing up clubhouses and all kinds of stuff has happened. But for 99%ers, that was never our get down. That was never in our world. We never saw that. Now, with the mixing of the sets. See, back in the old days, the 1%ers had nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us whatsoever. Nothing. We were race bike clubs. The Black Sabbath surely was. Only like 2 or 3 guys had Harleys, and they were old. We wasn't riding that garbage. We was trying to twist the wrist, baby. We were trying to get the quarter mile as fast as you could get it. We were street racing, running from cops, riding wheelies, scraping knees through the mountains. That's what we were when we were younger riders. I didn't see my first 1%er until I had been in the club 12 or 13 years. Just except for our big brothers in California, the chosen few, we just never dealt like that. Then as Rico started coming in and stuff like that, started getting harder for the other side, we started seeing them more and more with us. And we started seeing more and more regulation. And especially as we started graduating into cruiser type motorcycles. When we started getting Harleys and Victories, and then when the Japanese started making cruiser motorcycles, because for the longest time, only Japanese manufacturer that could hang in the cross-country cruiser market was Goldwing. And Yamaha, Royal Star, and a couple other bikes made a run at it, but they couldn't stick with us, stick with the Honda. And then all of a sudden they started making these Harley Davidson look-alike motorcycles, and they were sounding like Harley Davidsons too. And a lot of our cats were getting them because we were starting to stretch out, get off the mountainside, and we were starting to ride cross country. And you couldn't do that on a Gixxer 1000. Couldn't do that on you could kind of do it on a Hayabusa and Ninja. They were kind of set up as sport tourers, the FJ11 and 1200s. But, you know, you were limited in what you could carry. On a Goldwing, you could carry a whole wife. On a Harley, you could just about pull another motorcycle behind you. So as we started crossing over, then we started bumping heads into those guys more and more, and we started seeing more and more conflict that we'd never seen before. So then the social media and the news got into it. And when the social media and the news got into it, it became, well, you got 2 guys fighting on social media. 2 guys that could never fight before, because you weren't going to mail a letter back and forth to a guy, but you will email him back all day. you'll IM him even more, and you'll send text messages even more. So now you got guys that would get conflicts going, and then because email, text messages, and IMs don't have color, they don't have context. You can't tell whether a guy's pissed off or joking. So a lot of those kinds of arguments would get really heated. And then you got guys that can be anything they want online. They can be as tough as they want to be. Then you got people that are egging it on. So those dynamics set up for more of a hostile environment, so that when the clubs would get together, everybody would already be pissed. So I think it has set us up for a lot more violent interactions, and I think it's incumbent upon us to understand that the news media has always made great money off of making us the bad guys. They've always made great money. We've always been a good target for that, and we only play into that when they can look at our social media and say, look at these guys, they're everything we thought they were. So I think we definitely have more going on than we did before. Hope that answered that question. Enjoy your walk, Black Dragon. Have to run. You guys take care. A nice ride vlog. How do you manage reading all these messages and writing in those conditions? Man, that was hard. I could barely read what you guys were saying. And I think I have the answer, though. I'm going to go to the big words on the screen when I'm writing. I realize that you can actually change the size of your text. So I think I might do that. People are less careful about things than they used to be. People are less careful about things they say these days, I think is what she was trying to say. Somebody said, I'd rather have the 70s than the 90s. Have you seen a YouTuber on her bike? She's ridden most of Europe on a BMW. I have not seen her. So, 5,267 steps. We've reached the train tracks. What are you doing? No, we got to come down here to the end. Really? You got to come down to the end. Ever have a black dragon sushi roll? No, but I want one. But since I'm not eating meat anymore, but I can have some fish. I don't know about raw fish though. Come on, right here. Come on, you got to cross this line right here. Come on. Come on. Both feet have to cross the line. That's not, you got to, the heel. Okay. We'll have 11 miles when we get back. They're laughing at you, Tia. I can't believe you quit, man. I can't believe you quit. Like, really?
I didn't quit.
You did quit.
I need water. I'm parched.
You don't need water. You're not dying. People in the Serengeti. What?
You can't compare it. I'm African.
You think maybe the dog should take his coat off now?
Yes, please. I'm about to die. He is too.
Yeah, take his coat off of him, baby. It was cold when we started. I am burning up out here, man. Tea on the catwalk, lovely. Now you guys got to walk down the opposite side of the street. No, there's no sidewalk over there. They built these streets back in the time when they were trying to save money. So we have 5,345 steps back. So we'll be right at right a little over 5 miles. I wanted to do 7. My knees are starting to hurt. My back is already hurting. All right, so I just wanted to. Wuss. I'm not a wuss. I walked it. I did walk it. I've yet to walk it back, but we're gonna get back. I'm gonna take that phone from you. You're always looking at that phone. My phone. Wow. Why everything's goose and gander with you? It's good for the good. Whatever happened to the man is the king, and therefore you serve him. Whatever happened to that? And he wants to go wandering off into them people's neighborhood. Come on here, man.
It's beautiful down here.
There's also some nice houses. All right, any other questions? For me, I'm sure you guys don't want to walk back the whole 2.5 miles. Do you smoke cigars? I do. We're not going to be your horses, Ironhead. You're going to have to walk with us, bro. What's up, Tommy? Oh, my goodness. We need a trampoline like that.
I have one of those in my backyard.
You have one of those in your backyard?
Yes.
I've never seen it.
I'll show it to you.
Can a grown guy jump on it?
Yes. I jump on it all the time.
Does it have a weight limit?
No. Sometimes it's 10 of us on that thing jumping.
10 of y'all. Can you do flips on it?
Yeah, you can, and mine is bigger than that one.
I didn't know you had one of those. That's like the ultimate exercise thing.
Yes. The kids love it. They was trying to get on it yesterday. It was raining.
It could be out in the rain?
They couldn't go out there. It was wet. It was raining.
But the trampoline can be in the rain.
Yeah, it's all wet. But they wanted to play on it.
Does it have a safety thing around it like that?
Yes, it has a big net. It's big, it's huge.
Can the net really keep you from falling off?
Yeah, I never seen anybody fall out.
Oh man, I'm coming over and jumping on the
like,
trampoline, man. Do you have your shoes on or off?
Oh, no shoes allowed in the trampoline.
You never told me. When did you put that up? You haven't had that up.
Yeah, it's been up.
I didn't know that. I want to jump on the trampoline, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
What's my favorite cigar?
More than the kids.
And so I like the big old cigars. And I don't really have a favorite. I like the brown cigars more than the black ones. They have more of a milder flavor to them to me. Shoot, back in the day, we didn't have that net. Somebody said back in the day they didn't have the net.
Right, they didn't
Girls on trampolines, very nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She gonna look good. I've never seen you jump and stuff.
I have videos.
Oh, I have those videos.
Yeah, I have videos.
Are you wearing a bodysuit?
A swimsuit.
A swimsuit? What? Oh, hell. No, you want to be in the back getting pulled, Ironhead. No front row for you. I do like Monte Cristos. I do like Monte Cristos. See, here's the problem with the dog. He likes to lead going. But on the way back, he hates going back. So we got to drag him the whole way going back. Well, send me an email to blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com, and I'll send you my address if you're sending me a Monte Cristo. Oh, yes, sir. Did you have fun when you were on the set of the famous movie Biker Boys? So, I really don't talk about that much. It was 20 years ago. A lot of people don't ask me anymore, but it still sits as one of the greatest achievements of my entire life. Actually, and I guess people that make movies all the time, it's just another movie. But for me, it was amazing. It was every dream you could ever have. Hollywood has so much damn money, and I was able to do all kind of things that you just wouldn't be able to do. I was able to they gave me the baddest, fastest, most expensive bikes in the world to ride. And I had an 18-wheeler full of motorcycles that were all mine to ride. I did all the sound for the movie. So all of the revving and all that, and the bikes racing, I did all of that sound. And so I was able to, I had to ride all those bikes. And Hollywood rented a quarter-mile track. And it wasn't a track, it was actually a street. And they got cops. And these cops blocked off the road and let me ride down it as fast as I humanly possibly could. Times about 30 motorcycles. And I can't tell you what that was like. It was euphoric. Come on, cops blocked off the street so you could race down it? Where does that happen? Only in a dream. My Hollywood dream. The director sent a 18-wheeler full of motorcycles to a spot for me to make the sound. And I got on the bikes and I rode until I couldn't ride anymore. Racing down the highway as fast as I could with the highway blocked off by cops. And no tickets, no speeding tickets. Just roll these bastards as hard as you can, Black Dragon. And that was like the greatest time ever. I've never had an experience on motorcycles more exhilarating before or since. I gotta make another biker movie. So, do I feel the need to do a Biker Boys 2? Absolutely. Do you ever think about doing a video trying cigars? I never thought of that. Is there somebody already doing it? I think it could be a hit. Send me an email. Let's talk about it. I'm always down to create more YouTube channels. They are lots of fun to do. Did you meet Kid Rock? I absolutely met Kid Rock. As a matter of fact, I did all of the training for the actors to teach them how to be bikers and to tell them the attitude they had to have and put their mind on. So they have this training to teach you what you need to be doing as the role you're acting. So it was my job to train every actor, from Lisa Monet to Kid Rock, and I found Kid Rock to be such a genuine person, and just a really cool dude. I liked him a lot, and he was real, man. And I told him, I said, you know, I can't believe I'm sitting here in Hollywood teaching you how to be a biker. And he said something like, believe it, man. Believe it. That's what happens when you stretch out to do your thing. You work hard, dreams come true. You're where you deserve to be. Keep making it happen. And I'll never forget the day, because he was dating Pamela Anderson Lee at the time, who was the hottest thing in the world. I'll never forget the day she came to the set in that limo, and she got her little pretty ass out of that car on the set, and everybody just said, holy. She was bad. Yeah, I got to meet Kid Rock and got to hang out with him a little bit. And, you know, in Hollywood, when you're making a movie, you're not allowed to, if you're an extra, you're not really allowed to mix with the crew. They have their own separate eating tin. They have their own separate accommodations. And you're not allowed to ask them for autographs, nothing like that. Biker Boys was such a special movie because the people that were in it were not Hollywood professionals. They were real life bikers on real life motorcycles. And they were real life fans of these movie stars. They weren't professionals. They didn't know that you're not supposed to go up and talk to the great big star. They didn't know that. And they were bikers. So they were hardcore. Hey, what's up, Kid Rock, baby? What's up? So it wasn't the old Mr. Rock kind of thing. These cats were real. And every single one of those actors, Kid Rock, Lawrence Fishburne, all of them, they all ate not in their special dining hall. They ate with us. They hung out with us. They hung out with the regular guys, which is not something they normally do. They were part of the crew, not just part of the, not just a part of the, their side of the crew. So when we ate at the table with the stars. They come and they hung out. They hugged little people, girls in social clubs and stuff. We had real bikers, real social clubs. They signed autographs. They really had a good time because they were making a movie with their fans, people that had been watching them forever, not Hollywood types. And every one of those guys, from Lawrence Fishburne to Lorenz Tate to Tyson Beckford, they let people come up to them and hug them, and they took pictures with them, and they gave these people something for their photo albums that they could have forever. And that was the coolest thing about making that movie, was to see the stars as their normal selves, as the flawed humans that they were, making jokes about the women's booties and everything. And we went to dinner with them, we hung out with them. I met Jaimin Hunsu, all those guys. Lisa Monet, woo, she was fine too. Had that six-pack stomach, and they were all cool. Lorenz Tate, I had a girlfriend. This guy, he told me he would meet my girlfriend. Then he had something that he had to do, and I was so ready. Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah, he's too important to meet my girlfriend. Next thing I know, he had come back to the set just to meet my girlfriend like he said he would. And he was very busy. He didn't have to do that. And I learned that to these guys, their word was important to them. They wanted to keep their word. And they wanted to just... they were regular folks. They were good folks. I liked them. I liked them all. Had a good time with those people. What? Why did you look back here for? What do you look? Why do you keep looking back? I'm not looking at that woman.
I don't care about you looking at her. It's funny to me. That's really funny.
You keep looking back here like you just know I'm gonna look at that woman.
I'm trying to make sure you are behind me.
You try to make sure I'm behind you. Anyway, I've been on with you guys for, oh my God, an hour and 22 minutes. I know no one's watching this whole thing, but it was a lot of fun to make. So, Jesus Christ, still got 4,000 steps ahead of me. Don't go silent and you won't get caught. There we go. Men are so stupid. Man, must be a lot of pollen out. My voice is so scratchy. Baby, we need some water.
I told you that. No, you wanted to walk. I told you.
Why do you always have to be right? What did you buy? Your skull bracelet. Oh, one of my Black Sabbath brothers gave this to me. I haven't bought any jewelry. All my biker jewelry I take from my brothers. When I see a piece of biker jewelry they have, I take it from them. This last weekend at the president's meeting sucked because 3 of my brothers saw some rings that they wanted, and I had robbed them of their stuff so many times. They were like, All right, give up the ring, bro. Oh no, that's my favorite ring. So I lost 3 of my baddest rings. So I don't know that any of us buys that. We just take it from the other guy. If you see a ring on someone you want, and so somebody bought them. Somebody somewhere. So I think I took this off of Birdman. This might have been Birdman that I took this from. And that's how I get my rings. It sucks because the father has determined that he wants my motorcycle, so I have to buy another motorcycle. I hadn't planned to buy another freaking motorcycle, but he wants the victory, so it's his. Knock on the door and ask for water. Don't get dehydrated doing exercise. Can I have some water, please? No, we got a store just up the street. All right, so any other questions? Harley Davidson should give Black Dragon a bite. Woo! As much as I've harped on those guys over the years and picked on them, I don't know. They'd be wanting to give me a bite. But I sure would take it and ride it and talk nice about it. Thanks for talking and speaking on the super worldwide famous Biker Boys. Thank you. It was a pleasure to talk about that movie always. All right, so I guess I'm going to, as you guys see, I'm getting tired now. And Zulu MC, Cincinnati, Ohio. What's up, brother? Man, I just love the Zulu so much, man. Such an amazing organization. And I had so much fun, especially, I first met the Zulus when Wolverine was national president. And me and Wolverine, we hung out a whole lot, man. And did a whole bunch of riding together. It was so much fun. Zulus MC in Cincinnati, Ohio. They have a chapter in Atlanta, Georgia, and a chapter up in, where is that? Somewhere north. Hawkins? No. What's that little city? They're up in North Georgia. Used to have a chapter down in Macon, Georgia. Just a hell of a group. Zulus MC. Good to see you, man. Black Dragon, you and Tia, and everyone have a great day. You too. Happy Easter to you. In fact, I don't think Black Dragon would sell out to Harley. That would be tough. What's weird? We have Black Zulu Club, and then we have a White Zulu Club. Thought that couldn't be. I have never heard of a White Zulu Club. Why would a white club call itself the Zulus? Interesting. But hey, I have found out that there's more stuff I don't know about in the biker set when I started doing these videos than there was ever stuff that I didn't know. So, honey, give me my cane. I'm tired of your young ass. So what, man? I'm about sick of you. I'm gonna beat you. That's what men do. Come back here. You gotta come back to get your beating. I can't catch you. Y'all stop looking at my woman. Stop that. Y'all. Oh, now the camera's just going to do its own thing. Not to get off the subject, but I think we might have met when I was with Ron. We may have met. I was really big in the fighting community. I fought all over the world. I fought everywhere, all over the country. It was my life. I thought I would be a martial artist forever. I fought in many countries. I fought all over Africa. It's a good possibility that we did meet. I asked why a black MC would call themselves the Vikings. And they have a black Viking. The Vikings MC is here in Atlanta, and they're called the Vikings MC, and they're all black to my knowledge, and the Viking is black. They have a Viking with his hat with the horns on it, and the Viking is black. So maybe there were some black Vikings. I don't know. But there is a black Vikings MC, and they ain't messing around. And last thing I would do is say something negative about their patch is to get your behind whooped. So so I guess a white club could call itself the Zulus and have a white Zulu. It's beautiful. I think in South Africa there may be some white Zulus. So there you go. No disrespect, she's very beautiful. Yes, she is. The way companies work these days, there are more chances on a hater to get a free HD than a true fan. My dream is a FSXTS shovel or Evo, but it's an impossible dream. No dream is impossible. Yeah, Anthony Spurley was saying they're in Atlanta too. They sure are. Hey, Black Dragon, what can I do? People ask me questions about my Sons of Anarchy vest. Well, if you're not on a motorcycle, if this is who I think it is, you don't have a motorcycle. So if you're not on a motorcycle and you're just walking around, don't worry about it. No one's going to bother you. You don't go to biker places or functions. If somebody makes a big deal, take it off. You're just a kid. And just take it off and fold it up, put it under your arm, and keep going. And you'll be fine. Okay, let's see. One race, the human race. 26. Yeah, 26 is just a kid to me. All right. I'm tired now. I'm sick of holding this thing. So I still have holy moly. I still got a mile left to get back home. So happy Easter to you all. I'm Black Dragon. Oh, check out my bikerliberty.com. That's my news magazine with all the latest biker news. Also, my podcast, The Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos, on all of your podcast platforms. And also my new YouTube channel, Think Tactical. ThinkTacticalNews.com is our Think Tactical News magazine, and our podcast, Think Tactical, helping you prepare for when the defecation hits the roto oscillator. My books, Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, the Sergeant at Arms Bible, and the Public Relations Officer's Bible are all available on Amazon and Kindle. I think that's it. Consider supporting us on Patreon. Patreon is, what's going on is they're demonetizing a lot of our videos. Any video that has violence or talks about a shooting or a motorcycle gang or any kind of thing like that gets immediately demonetized. So it makes it very difficult to cover the things that we used to cover because they take the commercials off the channel. You can't. So our help comes from you guys. So consider a monthly donation, even a couple bucks a month from enough of you will help keep the channel running. So go to Patreon. My Patreon is Black Dragon National President, and set up a couple bucks to come out of your check, out of your checking account or your credit card every month. $5-10 bucks, something like that, would be helpful. Also, you can help us out by going to our Cash App. Our Cash App is Biker Press, $ Biker Press. And these are the ways you can help this channel out. Definitely appreciate that. Finally met up with the Macon chapter. Great group of people. Made me feel welcome. I'm glad you did. Safe Pass, Anti-Squirrely, and everybody. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Somebody says kiss Tia and the pet for me. We'll do, and pet on Braveheart. Will do. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me try to catch up to Tia up there. Love you all. Happy Easter. And get scared.